Hello guys, welcome to another beautiful piano lesson, and I hope you did enjoy the Christmas feast. And so today we're going to be talking about fingering exercises. This lesson, I didn't want to actually do it at this point as my second lesson, but I saw it very necessary, because as we are continuing our lesson, if you keep on practicing this before we get into playing the piano itself, that is when we'll be doing chord formation and all the like, you must have gone extra mile with your piano, your fingering, and it will just be very easy for you. And so guys, as I said, we'll be doing fingering exercise. So the first exercise I want us to touch, it's the 5-finger scale. You're wondering what is a scale? A scale is simply an organized sequence of notes. These are notes. So when you move from C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, that is a scale, and that we call that one a C major scale. Don't bother about major, minor, or the like. We'll get to understand we'll be doing scales properly. Okay, so the 5-finger scale is just C, D, E, F, G. Then you come back in the same manner. So and if you want to be good in piano, you have to do it with the left hand as well. So likewise, we start with C, the same manner. And we move over to key D and we do the same thing. And we do the same thing with the left. So we can actually combine the two. So when you are doing it all over to right up to the C in the other, on the other side, on the other octave, you do it like this. Instead of playing C, you stop at D. Instead of going directly to up to C, instead of stopping at the D, you stop at E. So when you combine everything, this is how it sounds. Then this time around we stop at C. That's our complete 5-finger scale. The second very nice and most essential, if I may say, fingering exercise is the thumb tuck exercise. So the thumb tuck exercise, from the name, and it's actually on C major scale. I said don't bother about major, minor. So this is actually the thumb exercise. So like many people know, like you do do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do on the piano. So that's actually what we call thumb tuck. So it's many people, like my first experience with piano, my first teacher taught me like this. I didn't know. I was just doing something like this with my index finger. Which is not good. It's not good actually, because if you keep doing it like this, your fingers will not be actually good when you will be playing the piano. Because this fingering exercise is actually to make you make your fingers to be acquainted with the keys of the piano. So this is how the correct exercise is being done. So it's like this. Then when you reach at E, this thumb, like we say thumb tuck exercise, this thumb is this a place where we apply a moment. So this P will now, this thumb will now act as a pivot. So from E, my thumb will now go to F. Then I use back my index finger to press G. Then my middle finger goes to A. Then my ring finger to B, and my pinky goes to C. Then I come back in the same manner. Then my thumb again acts as a pivot. Then I use my middle finger to E, my index finger to D, and my thumb back to C. So it's something of sort. It's something like this. Okay, you can now increase your speed. So that's it. You can, like I said, for you to do well, you apply it to the left hand as well. Even though our right hand is actually what plays the melody of a song, and the left hand just plays the actual chords of the song. So yeah, you can our thumb as a pivot. So there's something that I want you to know here. So we just did it on one octave. So in order to move to other octaves on the keyboard, an octave is actually a distance from a key. So you might be wondering what an octave is. An octave is actually a distance from a key to the same key. Okay, the same key, in the same scale. So the distance from C to C is called an octave. It's an octave. So we just did our scale and we ended. So in order for you to extend to this other octave, there's some slight difference. So this is what we do. Our pivot. So instead of using our pinky to press on C, we continue with our pivot. So our thumb now will come back. When you reach at B, when you reach at B, your pivot, you use back your pinky, your pivot. Then same thing here. Since there's no other octave, as it continues, you end using your pinky. And when coming back, you maintain your fingers as you normally do when you are running our pivot. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and you can as well apply it on other keys. Like I said, we're doing it on C major, so you can also apply it to other keys like C sharp. I did explain what a sharp is. So this C sharp. So any key has its own scale that can be you can run using the thumb tuck exercise. So you can apply it on other keys. Like let's do C sharp. So So guys, that's what I had for you today, and I pray that you continue do it anytime you come across the keyboard, and each time you are doing it, always try as much as possible to use the metronome. Metronome is something of such, it's something that contains beats. So on my piano, the metronome is already assigned. So when you press it, it just comes on. Thing you're getting. So if you go to tempo on the keyboard, you can increase the number of beats per minute, that BPM per minute. So on my piano, it was at 95. So you can increase it up to. So when I'm increasing, it's becoming faster. You can increase it. So when you are doing it, you practice most at times with the metronome. So when you want to off it, you just press on it as well, it goes off. So on this Yamaha E series, you can, when you just look on the button, you see metronome there, you just press it once, then you can increase it up to the maximum. The maximum on the E series is 280, I think so, if I'm not mistaken. And on this this piano is a bit advanced, it's up to 500. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, each time you get to the piano, you practice using your metronome. You start with you start with about 60 beats, 60 beats per 60 BPM. Then after each series, you increase up to 5 BPM, 10 BPM, and you do just good. And when you get to play a piano, you just enjoy it, and your fingers will just be so fast. Thank you.